Hello, beautiful. I am back today, and I'm not sure what I'm going to title this video yet, but we were having this really delicious conversation in the 4 Levels Ahead group coaching program, which just wrapped up, about growth mindset versus fixed mindset. And we started talking about how in my culture we have sort of an advantage when it comes to marriage because the underlining premise and foundation of divine union in my culture and marriage is that it's growth based. So for example, in the Western culture, it's kind of like fixed. Either you're in love or you're not in love. Either you're attracted or you're not attracted, right? And then if you are in love, you can grow out of love, right? And so and then there's a breakdown of the union. So it's kind of like it is or it isn't. So it's a fixed mindset or a fixed concept. But in my culture, marriages are not based on love at the moment. They're based on growth of love and growth of communication and growth of partnership. And I absolutely love this concept and really cherish and adore it because it has really changed my life. I was born and raised in the Western culture thinking either you're attracted to someone or you're not attracted to them. Either you're in love with them or you're not in love with them, right? It didn't occur to me that love is something that you grow into, that attraction is something that you not only grow into, but you actually create through polarity. So one of the biggest, I would say, wife behaviors is realizing that growth needs to be the foundation of your union, and then choosing a partner that also believes that, right? Because if you believe in growth and your partner is kind of like, this is just how it is, either you have good communication skills or you not, then there's no room for meta updating, for growing together. So one of the biggest, I would say, wife and husband behavior, maybe I'll title it this way, is a growth versus a fixed mindset when it comes to your not only choosing a partner, but also how you interact with that partner. That's where inner work really comes in. And I've talked about this many, many, many times, but my husband and I, he proposed in 2 weeks. We got married in 2 months after that. And we married each other based on these underlining values. And one of them was that marriage is growth, that it's not going to be perfect right off the bat, that we are both going to have to put inner work into it. We're both going to have to grow into love. And I think that that's what makes marriage really robust, that no matter where you're starting out, there's always room to grow together. And you can learn a lot of skill sets that typically are seen as fixed, like, oh, he's bad at communication, or she's just not wife material. Well, what does that mean? And how can we grow into this? So that's number one. Number two, I want to talk about is wife and husband behavior is discovering each other's not only core needs, but core wounds. And what I mean by that is that what we have learned through our marriage, through 14 years of marriage ourselves, and also through coaching so many multicultural, faceted couples, is that what people often say are their needs aren't the true needs. Like underlining, if you go deeper, there's a different core need which is coming across as a certain way. So I'm trying to think of a good example of that. Let's say that someone says that their love language is words of affirmation and they just need this constant praise and validation. And you're like, okay, I could do that. And you start doing it and you do it and you do it and do it. And it's like, it never seems to be enough. It's like a bottomless hole. And so as you go deeper into it, you realize that, there is a core wound of abandonment or feeling less than or neglect in childhood. And it's on the top level, it's showing up as, I just need words of affirmation. But really, you have to go deep down and heal that core wound so that this is not taking up your entire union, where you just have to baby this person and give them so much validation and praise. Of course, everyone likes admiration, everyone loves praise, everyone likes words of affirmation to a certain extent. But if it's so much that it's taking up your entire union or taking up lots of energy, then you want to go deeper and figure out what's really going on. And so what we've learned is that what people often say what they need is not the actual thing. In fact, what people often say they need is also what they often reject, because they don't believe they can have it. And so there is a deep core kind of belief system. So this can take time, right? You're not going to discover this in 18 months of marriage. This is just the process of learning and living with someone and growing with this person. And that takes commitment, it takes devotion, it takes time, it takes energy. And I think that if you have, again, that growth mindset, you're willing to put in that time and energy and really go deep with one person versus going wide and shallow with a lot of people. And I think that's really what's happening these days, is that we want to go through that 18-month honeymoon period, and then when it's time to go deep, we bail, and then we want to do the whole thing over again and then over again and then over again. And that's great if that's what you want to do, but really deep inner work, deep spiritual growth, deep love happens with that test of time, with all of the experiences and the challenges and all the ups and downs, and how you go through them and grow through them. That's where the depth of a relationship is created. So when a couple comes to me, or usually it's women that are coming into my work, and they'll say things like, but Mina, he's just not deep. Well, that says just as much about you and it does about your union as it does about him. So depth is created through a dynamic. To create depth in a marriage, you need two people willing to withstand the uncomfortness of the nervous system and practice going deep. And that is not easy, right? Like, your nervous system wants to go, no, I just like it when it's like lovey-dovey. I don't want to have to go deep, but he's not deep. So inner work is, I think there's no better place, no sacred place to do deep healing inner work than the sacredness of divine union, of marriage, because it resembles our nuclear core, like family units that we have evolved in through millions of years. Because it resembles that, you're recreating that in adulthood. It brings up a lot of stuff, but it also is such a great place to heal a lot of that stuff. And that's why I believe that inner work has to be part of your, it needs to be in your toolbox in marriage, okay? It needs to be. We talk a lot about communication skills. Well, what about inner work skills? What are your inner work skill sets that you can both rely on and fall back on when things get tough in life, as they often will if you're planning on doing life together for 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 plus years, right? We have longer lifespans now. So marriage looks different. It's a longer time traveled together. So I want to propose the $1 Million Babe course for you. It is a course that my husband and I have created together. It's supposed to be for men and women that want to build robust relationships through getting robust themselves. So it is great for single people if you want to start building those muscles even before you get there. It's great for single men, it's great for single women, but it's exceptionally great for men and women that know that they want to have a robust family. Whether you have it now or not, this is going to give you all the solo practice tools that you need to do, as well as couple tools and family tools that you can start putting in practice so that you can have that really robust, secure divine union and divine family. So we're currently enrolling for that. This is the last chance to get the pre-launch, pre-order price before the price goes up. It starts live soon. We haven't announced the dates yet. All of that will be going out soon to all of the students that have enrolled. I can't wait to hold this sacred space for you. And Irfan and I are teaching this together. So you basically get two conscious teachers teaching you divine union and all of the tools with masculine energy, feminine energy, polarity, family, communication, natural consequences, all the things that you need to build a robust family. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.